So this is the Dispensomatic. So let's just do a quick tour of it first. So what people had to do with this was get a ball to appear here in slot number 1. If the ball appears in slot number 3, it will fail, but they would then get to spin this wheel here, which would potentially give useful information and stuff like that. So the other thing is, you'll notice there's a slot 2 here as well, which is for winning a particular tool. So if we go to the start of this, so people would put a ball into here, into this slot, okay, and then feed that round into the machine. That will come over to the randomizer, and you just saw a ball come here. So the randomizer will send a ball in genuinely in one of 4 directions, and so it can come through to here, 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 or here, the 4th. Obviously you can see this one goes into this, and in fact all 4 of these things go to different sides, and you've got the switch here which can choose which the 2 paths to come to. If you don't press the switch, as in it will fall down through there, it's going to end up down in here in slot number 3. So you need to be able to have someone pressing this to send the ball the right way if it comes through this one. The trouble is you don't know which one of the 4 it's going to come to. So there's one here, there's one here, or it could come into there, there's one that comes into here, and the 4th one is here. And you always want them there. So basically it forces people to be on all 4 sides right at the start, because you can't really easily solve this without a team of people. Now, once you've got someone on all 4 sides there, then you should be able to then just have everyone hold the switch, so it doesn't matter which way it comes through. All of those 4 paths converge here. So we've got one here, 2, 3, and 4. So everything converges, and we come down to this. Now, here we've got something we can insert, tool, yeah, and then we can hang that there, had it there, and now I can pull that up. So the ball would fall into there. Now if you just left it there, the ball will go through to that exit slot, which is bad, it comes out and fails number 3. But if you catch the ball when it falls in, bring it up, and then it will go through into that slide there. Once it's gone through there, it will come over to this bit here. Now, the ball will come through here, into here, and into here, and it would immediately drop down through that hole and through into this fail slot. You want it to go in this one. So what you do is you press this switch in here, but all that does is it actually catches a ball. It doesn't do anything else. The ball's now stuck there. As soon as you let go, the ball will fall through. So what you have to realise to do is you've now got a ball acting as a bridge, and you now need to put a second ball in. So someone will now have to hold that while they now put a second ball in, go through all that process again, and come through into here, and then it will continue on. So once you've got that, and then you can release the first ball from here. Once you've got the ball through, then that's going to come over to here into actually what is save point number 1. So we sometimes have like a padlock on here, so people can't just stick a ball into here, and then they get the key for that and unlock the padlock. And then it will come into this contraption, which looks very like these other switches, but actually works in a different way. So if you just leave this alone here and don't put anything into it, so we can actually do this and try this. So if we put a ball in here, it comes down and through into the bottom there. That's kind of what you actually want. So you can use 2 chopsticks here and a classic sort of riser thing to lift and put the ball up using the 2 arms and going all the way up and eventually lifting it through into there. Now this bit here is a switch that works in a different way. So people kind of initially ignore this. And the ball will just go through into the right way into here, which is fine, right? But you actually deliberately want this one to lift here and have the ball go through into the other one at some point, because that route there is the only way into slot 2. And slot 2, if they read the instructions, is where they get the 4th tool. We give them 3 tools at the beginning of this, but they need the 4th tool there. So, having got the ball through here, using the chopsticks up to the top of here and through that slot over there, the ball will now come through to over here. Now, this is a 2-part component. So we've got this bit here, so the ball will come in, and you'll see that we've got these 3 little things with a slot in. Just to show you in advance, there's a 4th one over here. What people get are these things which are a little bit like tongue depressors here, and so they'll put that into the first slot there, because if they don't put that in there, the ball is going to fall through, come down there, go into this bad pipe here. This will send you back to number 3. So the first thing you need to do is put one of these in here. You've got 2 of them. Now you've got the second one. You put that here, and it doesn't look like you necessarily need to do that. But if you don't put this in here, so what you can see in here is a ball will actually now stop in there. It's the only place in the whole machine you can make the ball stop. If you don't do that, the ball will bounce through here, use this curve, fall over here and go into the bottom slot. So the right way to do this is to have those 2 in there, so it goes over the bridge and stops inside this one. You now take this out, put this in here, so that if you can see now we're creating a ramp into the top one, which is what we want to do. We now let go of the top one, ball falls through, goes through here, and then and then you put this one in here quickly, and then the ball will go through into the top one, which is what you want. You don't want it going into the second one, that will go to fail number 3. So once it's gone through that, we'll now come, we're going the long route. It'll come round into save point number 2, which is here, which again we've got a padlock on there, which we've released so that people can put a ball into there. So putting a ball into here, we'll go down here, into here, and into here. If you don't do anything, it'll just fall through and out into the exit slot. But what you can do is press this, so this now creates a tunnel through into this green piece of pipe here. Then, if you keep the ball in a loop like this as being modelled, we can get the ball all the way up, eventually to the top and into that slot there. Once it's gone into that slot there, it'll eventually come around to here and to the place where you need the 4th tool. So if they've got the ball through to slot number 2 over there, they've won this particular tool. And everything's green coded on here. So if we look underneath here, we'll see there's an L shape, which is very much what is that. And if we insert this into here, you can see that you can push that drawbridge up there. And predictably, if it goes through the bottom one, that's going to go to the fail slot. If it goes through the top one, that's going to go through to the win slot. And the win slot over there will go through to here, down here, 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 and to number 1 visually. And that is everything, apart from a couple of other things that we've decided last minute thing to put these portholes in here. So you can't really easily see inside there, but there's portholes on each of the 4 things inside there that you'll be able to see the internal mechanisms, and people shine torches through one and they can see basically which bits link with pipes inside there, and some people solve with that and other people don't worry about it. And the other thing we had for this is, rather than just give people the balls for this, we have this vertical marble maze, and where people are lifting balls up through the maze through to the top, these holes here through different places, and so they'll get the balls through that and feed them over to this machine over here.